conversation. This is you don't gotta say shit yet. I want to show people this good ass song. If you don't know, now you know. I want your point of view on this because the song basically has a bitch that's this girl who's acting. I don't know if she's a real woman, so no disrespect, but if this is just a skit, then you know she's playing as a bitch, and like she's playing as a bitch that basically gets flown out, and then she gets flown out by this whatever this character is. You can tell that she's getting flown out. So she's getting flown out, and then she's being like pissed about getting flown out in coach. She's getting pissed about this dude that is like, yeah, like. Yeah. Wait, there she says here though. Look at it. This is gonna be a segue because I think it's a good one. I have phone.
What's on your phone?
Exactly. He wanted to cry. I think is what she said. And then 21 Savage goes in on it and just starts talking shit like. Anyway. What's your opinion on like do you think that ever will be in your experience? Like I think it will be for me. A girl who's ungrateful for the shit that I'm doing for her.
Absolutely, that's already been my experience.
That's insane, huh? Yeah. What do you think that's about for like?
What do I think it's about?
Like yeah, honestly, like what do you think? Like what do you think she's missing if she's ungrateful for you? You already experienced that. Like what do you think she's? Do you think she's unaware, or do you think she's?
I got an answer for you. I think a bitch is gonna act in accordance to how you let her act.
Ooh.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The same broad is gonna act different for me than she does for you because your program is different than my program. And then for the next dude, she's gonna act different as well. You can get a completely different woman out of a bitch. You get what I'm saying? So that same broad, you know what I mean? For me, she might be an angel. For the next guy, she might be a devil. Because he doesn't know how to run her. He doesn't know what the fuck to do with her. He has no idea what the fuck to do with her. So it's not about the broad necessarily. We could do a thing.
What does broad mean?
Broad is like female.
Because I never call girls broads. I feel like it's very offensive. But I call a girl a bitch. No, you're right. No, but I think, yeah, see, I honestly think, yeah.
So back to what I was saying. So for me, she's gonna act right. For you, she's gonna abuse you. Okay, that's essentially what we've got here. Okay, you're gonna get abused.
I was in the club.
Abused. Okay, and
Google my hands on this.
Jokes aside, though.
Yeah. I don't want to be covering the mic. Shit.
So we could do. We could do like a massive like think piece. Like, oh, maybe she went through some abuse when she was a kid. Maybe she has this trauma. Maybe she didn't get validated. Maybe she's insecure. Maybe she this. Maybe that. We could do this whole massive fucking think piece about it, right? Or we could just realize that hey, people will behave in the way that you let them behave. If you tolerate certain behavior, that behavior will continue, and if you don't, then you're either going to part ways or there's going to be a correction in her behavior. So if her behavior is not correct, you need to decide what to do at that point.
Okay. So let me go ahead. I agree with that. But what about
surprising?
No, I disagree. Just kidding. Not to be like, but what about when there's love involved? You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm both parties. Yeah. I've tolerated. I would say I've tolerated a girl. I don't say abusing me, right? I don't think I've ever been like abused by a female, but I've tolerated a girl. I've dealt with girls that I would say I don't want to say done things that I don't like. That sounds like very like I'm not like that. I'm not like super controller, but their actions showed me different than who I thought they were. I will say that, and I've tolerated that I'll tolerate that with females for a good minute. You know what I mean? Me personally, like I will tolerate a girl showing me that she's not who I thought she was, and I just wonder, like for myself in general, not to make it a fucking therapy session, but he called me on fucking FaceTime and was like, "Bro, you look sad," and I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I'm thinking about some shit," and I didn't tell him, but I be thinking about this now that I'm single and I be chilling, like, you know what I mean. And hopefully in the next relationship I get with, like I want a healthy relationship. You know what I mean? So it's like, I just have a question. How do you think? Because I know you're gonna put this. You're gonna articulate it to me, just for me to listen to it. But I'm genuinely asking, like, because you have a lot of context with about the relationship I've been in general. But like when that's involved, it's like, bro, I do have feelings for this girl, but then she's not upholding to my standard, or you know what I mean. But then there's love involved, and there's supposed to be like, when do you when do you disconnect?
Yeah, good question.
You know what I mean? I have a point where I disconnect and I know where it's at, and then the relationship gets ugly. But I want to know your opinion on you know,
so
how to.
I can speak for you specifically, or I can speak in general. I think I can.
You can use me as a. But you know, be careful with like and the details, like, you know what I mean, like, of course. Yeah. But you could.
I'm gonna speak in general. Whatever you feel like applies to you, then this is what I think. By the way, I'm not like, you know what I mean. This is just my thoughts. So, what I think is when someone says, "Oh, well, what do you do when there's love involved?" That's like when a fat person says, when someone tells a fat person, "Hey, you need to go to the gym," but they say, "Oh, the food tastes so good." Or, I mean, you got to give a fat person
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You give a fat person diabetes, oh my God, how do you let go of the food? The food tastes so good. Same thing with the love. It's the same thing with the love. Like,
true. I mean, fat people do love food.
It's just an example, because it's like the way that she looks at you, the way that she makes you feel, you know, the way that she warms you up, the way that, you know, all the memories that you have of the time you spent together, you know, everything combined, right?
Yeah.
It's the same kind of emotion that someone would get when they crave anything. You know what I mean? You just have to be stronger than your cravings. Just my opinion on that. And the easy answer, I mean, the simple answer is that there's not an easy solution. You just have to be strong enough to let something go when you know it's not good for you. And what is not good for you? When something is toxic in your life. And I don't even like the word toxic, because
I hate that word.
These maggots. All these maggots have ruined these words.
I hate that. I hate the word toxic.
It's such a good word, but these maggots.
It is, but it's like so fucking
I'm gonna use a different word. I'm not gonna use that word.
I hate that word.
When a female is not respecting, you know, your program. When a female is not respecting your program, you need to understand that it's like at that point you're met with a crossroads. You're met with a decision. You're gonna tolerate the disrespect. You're gonna tolerate the lower quality of treatment. Or are you going to let her go, which is going to allow you to bring the next broad in, which is going to let you bring the next broad in, who's going to assimilate to the program correctly? If that makes sense.
That makes sense, but like, not to be like the guy that just talks about love and shit all the time. I really don't. I'm not a simp.
What's love got to do?
I was thinking about that
got to do with it.
And I was thinking the song, what you won't do for love. Yeah, but
you won't do. For love.
Obviously, I think too. I'm
singing is not my thing, guys. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm thinking that like
he's the black one.
Racial.
The most racial.
But I'm thinking like.
Did you? Never mind.
No, go ahead. Say it. Say it. I don't mind. You gonna
go.
Say it? Yo,
ask me again. I might say it.
Okay. What should I? You'll say it.
Fuck it.
I was saying that. I think now, like, once again, like, for me personally, like, I agree, right? Like, you know what I mean? If the girl's not on the program, you know, be dismissed or whatever it may be.
I'm not saying it's, like I said, it's not an easy thing. I think it just, you have to just make those decisions for yourself.
Yeah, and I think, too, like, when it comes with, like when it comes with, like, some good programming, you know, sometimes these women have good programming. Like, women have taught me a good amount about myself, you know what I mean? And do things for me that, you know, I'm kind of, you know, short on or whatever. So, like, I always wonder that, you know what I mean? It's like, well, maybe I'm not on her program, you know what I mean? Maybe she wants to do X, Y, and Z, and I don't, you know, meet those standards, and that's what's make this relationship, you know, separate, you know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah, I can look at it like, well, I do this, and that, so she should be doing this, and that, but then what about this, and that I do?
But what is this, and that? Because you're being a little vague. Like, what,
I am being vague.
Yeah, what is this, and that? Like,
I mean, I think it could be like...
Like, you want her to do what for you exactly?
Okay, I'll be like this. I remember I was in a relationship. It was not like, you know, like men at my age have been in multiple relationships with women. So this doesn't mean, oh, this is your girlfriend, you fucking love her. Like, be mature. It's not my first fucking relationship. You know what I mean? I've been with girls that have relationships with them. So it's not like, oh, this is his main bitch. Like, for you fuckers that, you know what I mean, are just trying to fuck my bitch. You know what I mean?
Who said that?
No, I just, true story. I just know of, you know, that being a thing. People trying to fuck people's bitches.
You sound like a personal
it is situation. A personal, but anyway, I was dealing with this girl, and
Man, got his bitch took or what?
Nah, she wasn't my bitch anymore. That's the real.
Damn.
She was not my bitch anymore for sure.
Yeah, took the label off after that.
No. We were done with each other way before, way after. You know what I mean? Like more so, like you can have that bitch now. You know who I'm talking about.
I do. I think I do. Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about. Like a bitch in the. Yeah. Okay. The fuck? Yeah. Bitch got me fucked up. Stupid ass bitch. Anyway, so when I talk about these bitches, she's definitely a bitch I do not give a fuck about. So like, nobody's fucking my bitch. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'll say that.
Let's go. Where are we going?
I'll say that as a nigga. They got me fucked up. But anyway.
Super fucked up.
Don't let this fit for you.
Looking like a fucking, like you just came out the goddamn circus, bro.
Alright.
You don't need to be wearing that, by the way. Like nobody forced you to put that on.
He hates the fit. But see, watch the fit. The fit's about to get even more spidey though. I'm waiting for you to hate on the knitted sweater. Now I'm really talking business. Oh no, thank you, sir.
But see, that's more your sweat. It's muscle tee, hugging the sleeves. You get what I'm saying?
You gotta like
I like that is like that's fire. That's fire.
Clean? Okay.
Yep, that's fire. But see, here's the thing, like black people do way too much when they try to fucking dress. Like it's like always like 3 watches on the arm, 2 jackets. It's like it's unnecessary. Like it's like hella different combinations and patterns and shit.
Yeah.
Like we just gotta keep it. Yeah. I know you're making fun of me. You said I look like I'm kidnapping somebody.
Yeah, I did. But why is he in all black? Like listen, he didn't have. I thought he had black boots on. He didn't have black boots. He did not have black boots. It would have been funny if he had black boots.
Guys, sometimes less is more. Sometimes less is more. All you need is, just a little bit.
No, but true. But to the point.
And black people, I love the blacks. Okay, I love them. Okay, I love them. But it's even with food sometimes. Okay, I would never go. I would never go the white route where they don't season anything. But sometimes black people, you guys do a little too much sometimes. Like sometimes you guys season the food so fucking much, you don't even know what it fucking tastes like anymore. All you taste is the fucking seasoning. It's too much sometimes. Like, can we just taste the food for what the fuck the food is?
No, that is true. That is, honestly, I agree.
Sometimes the bass is too loud, you don't even hear the fucking song.
No, that's true.
The bass is too loud, sometimes you don't even hear the fucking words of the song.
And if I really want to give my 2 cents, black people need to really get on their health diet. For sure.
Here's this Oprah Winfrey motherfucker.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
What about therapy?
Yeah.
What about mental health? This isn't 2021, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about that anymore. Okay, nobody gives a fuck about the mental health. The mental health. Okay, nobody gives a fuck. Okay, please. Okay, please.
I was trying to get my point on
I don't mean to disrespect him on his own show, but
no, this is not. This is just a conversation. But yes, I am black. But I did want to say one thing. I want to say is about. Okay, yeah, thanks.
Gotcha.
We got into a rant about. I know where it stemmed from. I talked about. We're talking about. Bitches.
It's my deep racism.
Yeah, it is. He's racist, by the way. But
very.
But we're talking about basically getting stepped on and boundaries being crossed and stuff like that with relationships. So you said give you an example. I was being vague. An example where I had a relationship with this girl. I got into a tangent by saying that I have relationships with a girl. These are not my girlfriends. Like I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like I don't give a fuck like that. But anyway, that was me being all like a childish caring, but talking about bitches and fucking bitches. Okay, I don't give a fuck about. I love and respect women, and I think you know what I mean. If when I'm done with a woman, as far as not like I'm done with her, but when our relationship ends, I would want her to be.
Do you expect your girl to be watching this? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to know why you were saying that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely saving my ass. You know what I mean?
All right. Like, just as long as we're on
for sure. This is all.
I want the viewers to be on the same page.
This is a scripted fucking
Listen, the last thing this is scripted.
Yeah, like this was like like a disclaimer for fucking idiots that can't decipher
read between the lines.
Yeah, like we talk about bitches, hoes, but then we don't really fucking call girls bitches and hoes and shit. Like this is from the idiots that can't fucking. We're joking around. But anyway, fuck. So back to I had this relationship with a girl, right? Anyway, she was doing so I was like, which I want your. Can I call you Kobe?
You call me, yeah.
Okay,
of course,
so I really want your opinion on this, Kobe, so I can give you an idea. Is how long would you be dealing with this situation? I'll give you the prime example. So I was in a relationship with a girl, right? We had a relationship. So I met her when she was going to the gym. You know what I mean? I worked with this girl, but anyway, I met her when I would see her. She work out. She looks like she wanted to get on the gym wave and shit like that. So I was like, okay, she has potential. You know what I mean? I see potential in these bitches. You know what I mean? She had potential to get a nice thing. You know what I mean? Going. You know what I mean?
I don't think they realize this is Build a Bitch Workshop.
This is like
when J and B get together, this is Build a Bitch Workshop.
Yes, and I think we love building bitches, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, so we're on the same page.
Of course.
We love building these bitches up.
Of course.
Okay, so perfect. So
internally, externally.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, perfect.
Every single definition of the way.
Yes, so we definitely agree. So my question to you is like, I was involved with this girl, and I saw her as a little gym, little bop that can, really make a move within her own self and elevate a girl. And then when I'm fucking with her, you know what I mean? I'm finding out like she's like in a party, you know what I mean? A party is not a bad thing to me, but like in my opinion, by my standards, she's overdoing it. You know what I mean? There's, you know what I mean? I didn't say her name, but let's just say she's not going to the gym. She's not, showing up on time for certain things. You know what I mean? In her own personal life, and she's she's younger in her 20s than me. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, she just stays focused, stays on her gym grind, you know what I mean? Saves some money in her pocket, you know what I mean? She'll figure shit out, you know what I mean? She doesn't have to know it all right now, but I can feel like she goes into like this panic situation where she's like, I don't know what I want to do with my life, so I kind of panic, so I'll go out and party and do the thing. Like, I won't become the thing that I can become, you know what I mean? Because like, I can see the potential in her. Like, I'm like, bro, if I'm with a bitch, like, I'm gonna be like, let's do these things, you know what I mean? The things that I see the best in you. Like, you can easily be, not saying you could be like a gym baddie, but you can easily, like...
Why couldn't she?
She could be. I was promoting that shit for her. Like, I was in her fucking head. I was like, yo, you got a little thing going. You can be doing this. Now you can be like, you could be gym baddie, which basically fucking work out, get a nice ass, get a flat stomach, you know what I mean, look sexy, you know what I mean, do the little fucking, that's a gym baddie, pretty much. Girls can do that. And then, you know what I mean, but being a gym baddie will make you establish better habits in your life as well. You know what I mean? If you're a gym baddie, you know what I mean, if you're a real gym baddie, you know what I mean, you gotta fucking, be on time for the gym, you gotta eat healthy, you know what I mean, you gotta, have food prep, you might be in college, so you gotta fucking figure out your workout and be organized, but you won't sacrifice your workout. So by being a gym baddie, you establish these good habits that grow you into a woman that is desirable, you know what I mean, in my opinion. But seeing that in this girl, it's like, which I had to answer, it only went to a certain point, you know what I mean, and then ended, but it's like, I spent a good amount of time with a girl, more than, 3 months, you know what I mean. I just wondered to you, like, how long would you spend with a girl who's not fulfilling your requirements or not getting better?
Great question.
But there's obviously romance involved and shit like that, and you see the potential in her. And she does it, but then she won't commit to it.
Great question.
So, I can speak for me personally.
Can I call you a doctor? Pause.
Dr. Jag.
Yeah. It's like, what do you think about that Dr. Jag?